knows, he knows. BruKnows, what you tryna find out? 3, 2, 1, BruKnows starts now.
Welcome. This podcast is sponsored to you by Monster. It is not, but it should be, because your boy drinks Monster every morning. And does the wife say it's bad for me? She does. The wife says it's bad for me, but bro, I like the acidy taste. I like the fact that I'm putting damn near gasoline in my body. Gets me fired up, you know? You know what I'm saying? Premium. At the price of gas these days, he's drinking it. Yeah, your boy's drinking it, bro. Today is episode 9. 9 episodes in. If you don't count the 3 that I fucked up and re-recorded and pre-recorded and then had people come and fucked it up. And, you know, I had 2 guests come on the show, Jacoby Jones and my boy Dap DeShazer, world team member, and Jacoby Jones is a UFC fighter. Your boy had them come on, and I feel bad because it really was a waste of their time, because I messed up. I didn't charge the batteries, you know, a lot of stuff going on, man. I got a business to run, you know what I'm saying? I can't always be on the up and up. But I do want to thank you guys, as I'm changing the colors here. I do want to thank you guys for actually watching, for those of you that do, you know, and consuming the content, whether you see it on Instagram. I know 40 minutes is a long time. It's a long ass time to do anything, right? So I really do appreciate you guys tuning in, you know. I'm going to get this color down. I'm trying my ass off. I appreciate you guys tuning in. There we go. I just want to let you know that, you know, it really does mean a lot to me. I've recently not struggled at all. But sometimes it's tough for me to call myself, you know, a creator. And, you know, my friends would think otherwise because they think I post a lot of content, but I honestly don't see myself that way, kind of like imposter syndrome. So, you know, a lot of times you don't know how much fear I have to come and sit here and do this. This is like the most fear I've ever felt. But I like it, you know, And the podcast has already proven to me to be something, you know, worthwhile doing. I don't know if there's people out there that want to do one. I'm not saying that it, you know, necessarily vibes with everyone, but it's already offered me, you know, a lot of opportunities. One of them, is, you guys know, the PXG sponsorship. So your boy likes golf a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And if he's going to play golf, he's going to do it with the best clubs, bro. He's going to do it with the best clubs. I'm not going to play no golf with some, you know, pings, which is what I play now. The pings are great. But your boy got fitted for his PXG clubs. The Gen 5s. All black, baby. All black. Sounds like me and some of the Broncos players have the same ones, you know, so I'll see you on the course, bro. Oh, you throw a football? I do this shit. I'm just kidding. I'm not that great. But really, PXG came out of, you know, an interview I did with Devin, and Devin's such a great guy, man. He was able to tap me in, you know, mentioning the 10,000 hours earlier. He did perform 10,000 hours for me and my wife, which I thought was really cool. I posted that on the gram, you know, so if you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. But yeah, help me with the PXG clubs. Another cool story that happened from the podcast, right? You guys know I had Jojo Doman. Jojo just made the Colts roster linebacker. Your boy already got his jersey, so Jojo, come on, bro. Give me an autograph. Anyways, you know, Jojo's mom had seen the podcast, and they're involved in a restaurant called Green District, and they just opened one here in Colorado Springs. So your boy has a lot to do that day. He has to go to this opening, and then he also has Devin Blake's concert with Fora, which sold out at Cervantes here in Denver. You know, so I got a tight little schedule, but I feel fucking cool. How cool is that? How cool is all of that? Anyways, JoJo's mom, Teddy, invites us to the grand opening of Green District, and we go. And there's a lot of people there from Colorado Springs, one of which is the mayor, right? And had a great conversation with Teddy, met some great people, had my homeboy Harrison there who got JoJo on the podcast in the first place. Took a picture with the mayor, right? Didn't know who he was when I took the picture. Teddy just set it up. And he goes, "I'm John." I was like, "Sup, John?" And then we go to take the picture. And he goes, "I'm the mayor of Colorado Springs." I was like, "Gulp, whatever. I live here." So naturally, I didn't know what to say because I felt weird. Like, I should know. I'm a grown-ass man. I should know who the mayor is, right? But who's the mayor? I didn't know until that moment. And look at John, and I said, "Thanks for letting me live here, sir." Like, that is Bruno talking. "Thank you for letting me live here, sir." Anyways, we're wrapping up dinner. There's a lot of great food. Speaking of which, I might go get some today. Green District, guys, here in Colorado Springs. Anyways, we're having great food. I got to jet off to go see Devin Blake perform at Cervantes featuring Fora, sold out concert. And your boy's like, "Fuck it. I'm going to shoot my shot." Before I leave, then fear, like, "Oh shit, this is going to be so embarrassing if it doesn't work out." Right. So I'm like, I look at my wife. So it's like Harrison, his lovely date, and baby mama, and my wife, and they're all sitting at a table. And I'm like, "Guys, I got to go. I got to go to this concert." But before I do, should I do it? Should I ask him to be on the podcast? Should I do it? So I said, fuck it. I just said, fuck it. So when I was a kid, I used to have this thing, and I learned it on a high dive because one time me and my friends went high diving, jumping pool stuff. And I felt like a puss because I climbed up there. I stood up there for like 10 minutes, and then I walked back down. And then all my friends are like doing fucking backflips and shit, So then I made this rule for myself that I will count to 10, and then I do it. Every time, whatever it is, if I'm scared of it, I'll count to 10. That rule later on became 3, because 10 and 1, 2, that's a long time. So I count to 3 and then I do anything. So I'm like, should I do it? Then I said 1, 2, 3, and your boy just runs in there, and I'm like, "John, hey, excuse me, sir, I gotta go. But my name is Bruno Nicoletti. I'm a tech CEO. I live here in Colorado Springs. I started my podcast. And, I've had athletes so far, thought leaders. I basically just like interviewing people with different backgrounds and people who I deem successful. So I was wondering, what are the odds that I could do an interview with you on my podcast?" And John roasts me. Roasts me in the coolest way possible, but in front of all his friends, everybody's all rich. And then he goes, "How many followers you got? Dun, dun, dun. What about on TikTok? Dun, dun, dun. What about on YouTube? Dun, dun, dun. So are you an influencer?" I said, "John, I'm not an influencer. I spend most of my day running a tech company. Your boy's got a podcast. Can I interview you?" And then he cut the shit. He's like, "Wow, that's really cool that you came up and did this." Gave me his phone number, told me to email someone, which I did. And she has not emailed me back, folks, but he shot her shot. John said it's cool, so it's happening. And now, this is verbal proof. Okay, so I need an email back. John's assistant, please. Hurry up. I'm trying to have him on. And I don't know what I would ask, right? So, I understand politics. I get what's going on. But at the city level, what do I ask? Hey, John, what's up with these roads, bro? It's taking me like an hour to fucking get home with some of these roads, bro. Anyways, you know, shoot your shot. That's the biggest thing I can say. That rule has helped me in a lot of ways. You know, I typically don't use it for good things. I'm like, oh, yellow, 1, 2, 3. You know, it's typically not for good things. It's usually like a send it moment. But it also helps me just in general get stuff accomplished. I've never broken the rule since I made it. Because I was so embarrassed on that high dive. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and your boy did do a backflip, and he over backflipped and just backflopped and damn near cut his back. So it's funny that I still follow that rule. I did the rule. I made up the rule. Did the backflip off the diving board. Backflop so hard, bro. But then I learned, I'm like, hey, worst thing, I'm going to just backflop. That shit hurts. But not as much as getting roasted for being the only person to not backflip off the high dive. I'd rather just, bro, a little physical pain, you know, other than emotional pain that most people carry for the rest of their lives. I'll take the physical, you know, and even with wrestling, that's one thing too. Like, as I developed as a wrestler, you know, I wasn't great growing up. You know, I was good. People would be like, oh, that's a good guy, until I'd wrestle good guys and then they'd beat me. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that I noticed is I would rather exert myself to the point where I may die. Because I'm not really going to die. Your mind can go, you know, your mind is capable of so much more. Your body will break before your mind does, right? And so just having that discipline is something that I learned. And I would rather give it all 100% immediately. 100%. Then live with the regret of not, you know, of saving myself from exertion. So apply that rule. 1, 2, 3. Boys, you scared of asking a girl out? 1, 2, 3. Hey, Becky. My name is John. You're very pretty. Want to go out sometime? Right? Like 1, 2, 3. Hey, boss. I feel like I should be getting more money, bro. Look, me, more money. Right? 1, 2, 3. Proposing to my wife. Hey, Jordan, will you marry me? 1, 2, 3, bro. 1, 2, 3, bro. And backflipping off the high dive. 1, 2, 3. Get it done, bro. Get it done. You know, and that's one thing I think, you know, on a joking note, but it is discipline, man. A disciplined mind is dangerous. You know, they say an idle mind is the devil's playground, right? And that, well, here's the thing is a mind that's idle, right? It's not focused on anything specifically. So anytime your mind is idle, here's an example, right? You open Instagram, you scroll through, you close Instagram, you open TikTok, you close TikTok, you open TikTok back up. Like, you don't know what you're doing. You know, I've had times like, what am I doing? You close it, you open it. Like, you're just, you know, that's an idle mind. And the devil does not want you to be your best self, your highest self, your enlightened self. So, anytime that your mind is idle, the devil will sneak in thoughts that were put there by other people, not your own thoughts, right? Thoughts that come up through your subconscious as you look at Instagram, as you look at other people's lives and compare yourself, right? And then people also say, comparison is the thief of joy. So an idle mind, what we've been trained to do with the new technology today, an idle mind causes you to look elsewhere outside yourself at other people's lives through an app. And then naturally, you know, we are a reflection of what we see, right? So naturally we compare. So an idle mind robs joy, and that's where the devil succeeds, right? Because the devil doesn't want you to be anointed. He does not want you to succeed. God did. God did. My wife makes fun of me because I love DJ Khaled, bro. That song God did, he goes, it breaks my heart. They didn't believe in us. She's like, that's so stupid. I'm like, really? No, I'm heartbroken. You don't believe in me? Bro, random dude? That fucking hurts. Breaks my heart. They didn't believe in us. God did. God did. DJ Khaled fan. Shout out to his new album. But no, on some real stuff. You know, I don't know if I'm about to have that interview with the mayor. I hope I do. I don't know what I'm going to ask. But if not, I shot my shot. I was given an opportunity. I followed up. And I'm going to follow up again. I'm going to call this secretary. You know what I'm saying? What's up with this interview? I'm going to follow up again, and I might do it a third time. You know, but just be relentless. Be relentless about what you want to accomplish. You know, matter of fact, right? I know I have hinted at like, hey, the WWE would be cool, right? I think that would be really cool. But I've also heard of people like spending 10 years in these underground wrestling things and never getting a shot. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm trying to get this done. So I went and did a practice, and this is what was really awkward. There's a gym in Colorado, and I went and did a practice, right? A WWE practice, and it was really fun. But, you know, I think it'd be really cool to be in the WWE. Like, stuff that Logan Paul's doing is fucking sick, bro. I think it'd be really cool, but I also got bigger fish to fry. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, like, trying to plug away at this goal for 10 years. And so I, like, set these goals for myself, but I also have my out of, like, okay, I'm willing to accomplish this goal unless it takes up this. And those numbers change, right? The numbers change. But basically, I'm like, yo, I would love to get into the WWE and do this stuff because I think, you know, I'm a character, which plays well with that. I would love to be on TV, especially in the WWE, because I grew up watching it, you know, like John Cena, The Rock, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, HBK, right? Like, bro, that was just my entire childhood. I remember Brian being scared of the boogeyman on SmackDown because this dude would eat worms. You know what I'm saying? My brother was having, you know, I remember smacking my friends with chairs and belts. I had all the belts. I had the spinner belt. Of course, bro. John Cena was the man back then. I was such a John Cena fan. And I never saw him, you know. Never saw a performance. He was there, though. But yeah, and you know how The Rock has transitioned into acting, John Cena. So I just think it's a cool platform. I would love to be involved with the company, right? Now, your boy submitted 2 applications, and I'm not trying to like say this in a rude way, but whoever's doing the job of filtering the applications for normal people, they're overlooking your boy, bro. They're overlooking your boy. Like, you know, what else do you want? What else do you want? And so your boys applied twice, never got a call back, right? But it's still a goal. Also, I love competing. I love competing at the highest level. I like sharpening my tool in a different way. It's almost like a side game that I get to play outside of my business. You know, I love sports. But what is next for me, right? I'm going to try and make this Olympic team. But other than that, like my athletic career would be over unless I go into fighting. But your boy is not trying to get punched in the face, bro. Do I think I could? I definitely do think I could. I'm not trying to get punched in the face, bro. Not trying to get punched in the face. So WWE feels like a good alternative. Anyways, your boys applied. And, you know, I have my own prospecting ways of how I find clients. And so what I did, bro, I found everybody who is in talent management or involved in talent in any way, found their emails, found their phone numbers. I haven't called them yet, But I sent a mass email to, a lot of those people, to everyone, basically, right? And so I got an email back from Melissa. Melissa said, "Hi, thank you for reaching out. I will forward your information to our recruiting team. Senior Manager, Talent Development and Operations." Then I got an email from Graham, and he's the VP Talent ID and Performance, right? And he said, "Thank you for reaching out to the WWE. We received your message and will be in touch should an opportunity arise." But I also have their phone number. So your boy's going to call. Your boy's going to call, right? And that's the first time I read that email. Your boy's going to call once a week. I'm going to call these two people once a week. And as more people reply to me, I'm going to call them, because I'm not going to sit around and wait for the WWE to realize that they want me in it, but I'm only going to do that for a little bit. And it might sound like a lot of work. What is 2 phone calls? 30 seconds? What are the odds that either of them pick up? 10 minutes of your week, and it could change your life. I'll do that 10 minutes a week. Do you know how much time we waste with an idle mind? The devil's playground, right? So being able to control your thoughts is the epitome of freedom. It's godliness. It's being in touch with God. It's hearing his voice and what you should do. So who knows? What's the worst that can happen? I spend 10 minutes and they say no. Your boy plays at least 30 minutes of Rocket League a day, bro. I'll forfeit some Rocket League. If I got to, right? If I got to. People just aren't about it, bro. People just aren't about it. And your boy's about it. Okay? And that's the type of people I try to bring on my podcast. You about it? Because success is subjective, right? You may look at somebody that you think has it all together, has your dream. Maybe you wanted to play football and you're like, hey, this is fucking insert football player name here, right? This is him. Himmy Neutron, right? But that person struggles with insecurities as well. They're likely not where they want to be. Are we ever? At least competitive people. Are we ever where we want to be? No. So stop thinking that somebody that's so far ahead feels differently than you. They feel it almost exactly the same. Everybody's got a chip. Everybody has a goal to reach. Everybody has failures. Everybody has insecurities about their looks, about the way they walk, about the way they talk, about everything, about the way their toes are webbed or their, I'm convinced 3 out of 4 girls are insecure about their toes. Because I don't know if that's true, but I've seen some funky looking toes, stubby toes, toes that look like hands, long toes, short toes, sometimes in the same row, toes, cricket toes, short nails, big nails, hands that look like toes, so guys, just spend the time. The internet is a crazy place. You could learn how to do a lot of stuff. How to get in contact with the WWE. What else can I do to beef up my resume? Just ask him. What are they going to say? Screw you? Okay. Anyways. So, number one, the podcast has been yielding some cool stuff, right? But at the same time, you gotta act on it. What is it? The smallest actions are greater than the grandest intentions. I think that was Robin Sharma. So, guys, just get after it. Just get after it. It doesn't have to be the biggest moves. It doesn't. But make some moves. Make some moves. We also, me and my wife, headed out to Vail last weekend. Your boy, Bryce Meredith, one of my good friends and up-and-coming fighter in MMA, had a fight. And your boy got to step in, sponsor a little bit, throw the logo on the shorts. And I can't miss the fight, right? So we all went up there to go watch the fight. And it was cool, man. It was so sick. Bryce takes the guy down, works him a bit, and then just taps him out. Such a casual tap out. The guy's like, was chilling. Was not even, he was getting choked the heck out, He was getting choked out. Bryce was choking this dude. Okay? Take him down. Off the cage. Little scramble. Beat him up a little bit. Yep. Pop, 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 pop. I think he might have thrown a little figure 4 on the body. Trapped an arm. Little rear naked. Little rear naked, bro. And the guy's like, I'll tap. Just tap, bro. I will tap. So it was super casual. Bryce looked really good. And he's transitioning into a new sport, bro. So it's really cool. If any of you guys know Bryce Meredith, his wrestling was crazy, bro. He was one of the flashiest dudes out. He would just mess people up, bro. He's also probably in charge of starting these super matches that you guys are seeing if you're wrestling fans. I think him and Seth Gross led to, what was that other super match, bro? It was Jordan Burroughs and someone, or like Taylor and Dake or something. I don't remember, but regardless, Bryce is the man. I'm trying to get him on the podcast when he's available, but he's, Wyoming boy. He's out here, chasing squirrels or whatever they do in Wyoming. Woo! We're about to chase some squirrels, Woo! Doggy, we got about a squirrel and a half. Darn tootin', Where's the spit bucket? I'm just kidding. I don't know. No, Wyoming people are cool as fuck. I was just joking. And Bryce was like the mayor of all of Wyoming for a long time. He did get the key to the city. I'm always curious, like, does that, does it open anything? But yeah, Bryce is fucking sick, bro. Fucked everybody up. Saw a big old community of people I knew. I went up with Grant Neal, one of the baddest dudes on the planet right now. Light heavyweight, Bellator. I think he might be ranked 5. He's getting on the podcast. Archie, you guys saw last time, and Archie's up and coming, man. Archie's up and coming. So, never have I might have said this at dinner. I was like, bro, I've never been the softest dude at a table. Just softest, meaning knowing how to fight. And don't get me wrong, bro, your boy's not soft. Not soft. But I haven't been training like that. So physically, ass whoopingness, softest. Most handsome and swole for sure, bro. But physically softest. All right. And so we all went to dinner. It was cool. We had some Japanese food. Then we all went out and just watched some fights, man. Watched some fights. And some of them, it was an LFA card. So some of them were like, bro, you're really going to put man boobs with freaking tiger paw? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, some people got messed up, but also some really good fights. And it was really cool. Me and the wife spent the weekend in Vail. It was during Oktoberfest. So we meet up the next day after the fights, right? We all go to Oktoberfest and we grab a beer. And, we just head down by the stage. Grant says there's a bratwurst eating contest. And I'm like, yo, I've never seen that. I'm trying to go, trying to witness, trying to witness. Who's that one dude? eats all the hot dogs super fast. Forever. He's been doing it since he was, forever. As long as I've known. And he choked the guy out. You know what I'm talking about? He was eating the hot dogs, choked the guy out, won the competition. If that's not the most gangster shit, if that's not the most gangster thing, chokes him out. Back into it, bro. Back into it. Shout out that guy. Anyways, I'm like, yo, I'm trying to see this. So we get all up and close because we're trying to watch. And the guy's like, who's trying to judge it? Who's trying to judge? Like, so me, Grant, and his fiance, Hannah, get picked to judge. Jordan's on the camera, just getting everything done, right? So we're judging the hot dog eating contest, or bratwurst. This guy ate 11 bratwursts in like a 2-minute period, which I thought was pretty impressive. Then I figured out he probably drove down there the way he was so hyped. Yeah, dude, it was cool. Jordan got a picture where it makes it look like I won the contest, which is the story we would have all gone with if she didn't post and say that I was a judge. So I guess I was a judge, bro. But the picture would make you think I ate 11 bratwurst. I would never do that. Because if I do it, then I'm trying to win. And then like, I don't know if I feel that great about eating the most bratwurst, but I would like die up there trying to. So yeah, that was really fun. We judged a bratwurst eating contest. I mentioned to you guys last time I am, on this kind of a Olympic journey, right? I'm on this Olympic journey to make the Brazil Olympic world team next year in 2023. So your boy's been needing to work out, right? And the first wrestling practice I go to is last Thursday. Grant invites me to a practice, right? And between you and I, your boy's been hitting the jewel too much, he's been smoking a little bit. He's out of shape, so by the end of the warm-up, I'm dead. And this feels like college, first day of practice. But this is what's crazy. This is how the world works, right? It's funny how when I announce my Olympic journey to myself, right, put it out there, get everything done. Your boy's flying out in October to wrestle in Brazil. When I announce it, all of a sudden I get, Grant and Archie in my life who are willing to help me. This guy from the gym that I've been friends with, his name is Vlad. All of a sudden, I'm like, this guy's a freaking world or Ukraine national champion in freestyle. Like, that's pretty weird that you're just in my life now, So it's really cool, man. If you put that energy out there, what you seek, you shall find. I think a really good book has that, if you seek, you shall find. I think that's like Matthew 5 something or Matthew 7. He who seeks finds. Matthew 7 something. Don't quote me, but close. So yeah, man, it's crazy how the world works, right? So, and also same thing backwards, right? Grant's been trying to get into golf. That same day I had my PXG fitting. I was able to bring Grant through, get him some connections, So the world's just a beautiful place, man. And some may call it manifestation. I sure do like to call it, but there is a bit of alchemy, right? Just same scenario with the WWE stuff. You got to put in the work to get the elixir to turn into gold. You know what I'm saying? You got to do some work, son. You can't expect to just manifest. For you to win the lottery, you got to buy the ticket. You know what I'm saying? And to buy the ticket, you need the money for the ticket. And to get the money, you might have to work. I have this little buddy that I ran into at the gym. And he's like, bro, I'm trying to start a transportation business. And I'm like, cool, bro. That's a good idea. Yeah, but see, what should I do? I'm like, okay, well, you should probably start working for a transportation company, right? That's what you're trying to do. Or buy your truck and then start your company. Well, see, I don't have money and I don't have a car. Okay, so you need money in a car you definitely need a car for a transportation company, right? Or a truck. You need that. So you need the money. Okay. So go get the money. Preferably at a transportation place, right? Because if you get the money and you learn the skill, bro, that's crazy. You get to support your dream while learning your dream. You know what I'm saying? And the guy goes, yeah, but I'm not 18 yet. I'm 17. So the kid's 17. He's a young guy. Ambitious. Has some goals. It's like, oh, but I'm just 17. Do you think they would let me drive? I don't know. Do I look like a transportation company guy? Maybe. Lie? I don't know. You could either lie about your shit, right? Or you could ask. What are they going to say? No, you need to be 18. Now you know. Now you know that your goal is 6 months away. And then he was like, well, what do you think about these like Shopify companies? Listen, there's a million ways to skin a cat. There's people make their bread in a lot of ways. I've done my research. Makes sense, right? It does make sense. Arbitrage, product arbitrage, right? Like you buy something for cheap, you resell it. It's retail. Online. Makes sense, bro. A lot of dumbass stores, brick and mortar, open. So it definitely makes sense to me. It's like, what do you think about it? I'm like, well, I think it works. A lot of stuff works, right? Everything works, right? To some level, or else we wouldn't be wearing the shit we're wearing or, doing the stuff we're doing. So everything works, right? But I don't know. I'm not like some kind of genius. I don't know everything about, but I do know a little bit about this, right? And so it's like, okay, bro, well, you got to build the store. Well, the store asked me to put my social and I'm not 18. Okay, well, in the meantime, you can learn how to build the store. Right? So I think a lot of it is breaking the goal down and just deciding if you're willing, if the guy's not trying to wait till he's 18, then you got to figure out how to get it done. Right? Or is that a goal worth pursuing? So same thing with the WWE stuff. I'm trying to accomplish that, but I'm trying to accomplish it like the next couple of years with a little bit of effort. Do I want to like climb up in some league and figure out like, no. And not that I'm too good for it. It's just like that goal doesn't mean enough to me to follow that path. I'm willing to bust my butt, but for a limited amount of time with high yield. You know what I'm saying? And I do believe that you can position yourself to get that high yield by doing it in other avenues, like the way I did it, but it hasn't worked. So you got to set the goal. You got to figure out ways to get the goal. And then once you get some data points, you got to decide, can I achieve this goal in the amount of time that I had set for myself? Then you got to decide, if the answer is no, you got to decide, is it worth it to follow that goal? And those are answers only you're going to be able to give, and you got to truly decide if it's worth doing. So that's what, I made a list of 27 things to do, but throughout the year, I'm like, right? So guys, break down your goals, follow your vision. I'm super grateful for the platform, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. It's been really fun to create. Like I said, it's one of my biggest fears. So I appreciate you guys listening, giving a fuck, but your boy's getting more focused, no more drinking, no more smoking, right? I am locking down to try and wrestle in this tournament, this national tournament in Brazil in October. And then I'm going to begin my Olympic journey in 2023 to try and make the world team. And who knows? Your boy might fall on his face, but he might not. He might just show up one day feeling like a thug at a tournament and do well, So who knows? Maybe catch me in Paris. Maybe, maybe not, but I'll be a lot closer. I'll be a lot closer than I was 10 minutes ago. I'll be a lot closer than I was when I knew when I didn't even know I wanted to do it. I'm closer. After this tournament, I'll be one tournament closer. After this workout, I'll be one workout better. Don't cry to quit. Don't cry to quit. You're already hurt. You're already in pain. Get a reward from it. You know? So anytime I tell myself I'm going to do this workout, this shit's getting done. You know? And I'm not going to opt out. I opted in, so I'm all the way in. What's the worst that can happen? I'm tired in an hour? Get better. You know? And I intend to get better, right? As I follow these goals, I begin to discipline my mind in different ways. Like, you know, it is 9:21 in the morning, and I got a meeting in 9 minutes, and your boy's here, and he's getting it done because he said he would, and he's getting it done, baby. Just cuz, bro. Just cuz. That's one of my favorite things to say. Me and my little brother have this like inside joke. Like, you flexing? Like, Bruno, why you pulling up in the I-8? Are you flex? Nah, just cuz, bro. That's like my goal. I want to accomplish big things and then just be like, oh, were you trying to? No, just cuz, bro. Why not? Shoot my shot. Are you starting a podcast to? Nah, bro, just cuz. You know, and then when this podcast is super successful, they're going to be like, oh, like you do it for the money. No, bro, it's just fun. This is so fun. You know, even though I'm talking to myself, this is a blast. But just cuz, bro, just cuz, why not? Why not? You know, practice getting real quiet up here. Real quiet. What do you want to do, bro? What have you always wanted to do when you were a kid? What did you want to do? What did you want to be? Who did you want to be? With who did you want to be? You know? Go be that. Start now. You know? Guess what? You'll get closer. You'll get closer than you are. Right? Hold yourself to that standard. Discipline mind. Cool, guys. Well, the money don't make itself, so your boy has to go. But I appreciate the time. Thank you guys for another episode of the BruKnows Podcast. I will not record by myself again. Brian, where are you? Where art thou, Brian? Okay? Thanks for watching another episode. I'll see you guys on the next one. All right? Peace.